What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy Enlightened Luciferian Prince coming at you once again. If you're first time viewing my channel, like and subscribe. If you're watching my video around children, hey, you know what to do. So, today I want to talk about something that's a little bit off the beaten path, but needs to be particularly addressed in the community, especially for men and women who see this growing trend in what we call today's society. Now, if you're sensitive about issues like this, I ain't turning the comments off. You can say whatever you feel. But if you're sensitive, hit dogs will holler. So, without further ado, let's get to it. The growing trend in today's modern society is that a lot of people fail to understand or try to interpret the fact that there is a growing capacity by the day on social media of women and men having a particular feud, so to speak, of, what should be equated in a relationship, what a man should have, what a woman is entitled to. Let me tell you something. That is a product of neo-colonialism. It is. Straight. The reason why I say this is because a lot of people don't understand what a relationship entails. Now, they can have a relationship, quote unquote, the average entitled woman, I should say, will have a relationship with her supervisor, her boss. As long as he cutting the check for her and making sure that she's provided for her, she's cool with that. And a lot of dudes, when they go to work and they labor and whatever they do, it's the same thing. But why is it that the household is in such disarray? No one wants to talk about this issue, but we're going to go ahead and get the elephant the fuck out the room. Straight up. Women feel, I've heard it all my life, that they have to find them a man with some money. Now, men feel, in certain instances, not all, bear with me on this subject, so we're going to build. Men feel, some feel as if they have to make all the money. They have to be the provider. But see, nowadays, certain women don't want a provider. They don't. They don't want a provider. They want a quick wallet to have access to that. When this bitch's light's about to go off, she knows she can call you. And if you one of them people who don't value your equity, your sweat equity into your particular trend as far as your lifestyle, yeah, you're going to get drained. And I tell people that it goes down to a psychology of this. I said it in previous videos, but I'm saying this in this one because this is important in order to preserve a particular society of people who want to build, not people who just want to get over, to build, to make things last. You see what I'm saying? So stick with me on this. If you value your sweat equity, then you already going to have your priorities straight for what you want to happen for you in your life as a man. I mean, that was the burden that was put on you through preconceived notions and stereotypical ideas. Because to be honest with you, in our culture, in the 60s, late 60s, it was a time where the man wasn't even allowed in the household. And I said this in a previous video. The man wasn't even allowed in the household. They said, as long as you can keep having babies, we'll give you more money. See what I'm saying? And that was to women. But the man can't be here. And they know they used to go through closets and they used to look through attics and they used to go through wardrobes and make sure that there's no dude here whatsoever. We're going to keep cutting the check as long as there's no dude here. But the thing that people don't understand about this culture is that has been chopped. You see what I'm saying? Except for in certain regular instances. See what I'm saying? So, the man in the relationship towards his woman is no longer based on a foundational or ancestral sense. It's been based on a neo-colonialistic sense of capitalism. That's why people always say, it takes a village to raise a child. Wait a minute. I never knew that Washington, D.C. was a village. Never knew that. But I mean, it is what it is now because it's always about the entitlement role. So this is pumped through social media and other media networks and other outlets to basically say, people like, well, they don't need no man or whatever. Let me tell you something. Money don't save you in the time of war. Mentality does. Anybody who's read the book Art of War by Sun Tzu would know what I'm saying. Money don't save you. Money doesn't even save this nation. This nation is indebted highly. But guess what? They want your sweat equity. They need your participation. See, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't get. You can only be responsible for a debt in any instance where, particularly, you participate. And this affects relationships, the modern relationship today, especially between melanated people. Now, I know it might be some people who disagree, but it ain't just everybody. Well, we ain't talking about everybody. I'm talking about a particular structure that was set up to cause division within the moral and not the financial mentality of people who actually want a viable relationship. Now, again, I did say some, I didn't say all. The fiscal responsibility lies on both partners, not one. Now, people be like, well, the man's supposed to be a provider. Well, if the woman's the nurturer, aren't you a provider too? I'm confused. I mean, the math ain't mathing when it comes to the fact that you negate your role to make it seem as if that is one of them situations where you particularly don't have to. That's illogical because we're both providing something. But when you live in a capitalistic society like United States of America, United Snakes of America, then a lot of people, they find it hard to accept the ancestral roles that were played out in our ancient culture. See, there's a word called Ubuntu in Swahili. The truth be told, it means I exist because we are. So the reason why a lot of people have been separated from that and driven into commercialism is because it's all for profit for a small few. That's the truth. So even at the expense of you having a decent life and having happiness, these same people, irrespective of who they are, what their nationality is or whatever, they got families. Oh, excuse me, be politically correct. They have families that, irrespective of the functionality or whatever it is, maybe on the inside out, it's a family. But the only people who have been deprived of a family are the people who deal with this modern day capitalistic society that's driving people into materialism. People don't value relationships anymore. See, in the Western culture, you can be with a partner. You can be with somebody and you can get them pregnant. You can leave. You can leave. See, other cultures, you get somebody's daughter pregnant, I'm telling you, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. Who got her pregnant? Or they're going to find out where you at. They don't need no address. They're going to track you down. In the Western society, though, it's structured by the legalist capitalist society that basically says, hey, well, okay, well, through child support, or we can basically say, hey, this is divorce or whatever. You can't do that shit in certain other cultures. You can't. Be a little blunt, but I'm going to be clean. If your pole find that hole in certain cultures, guess what? That's you. That's you now. Y'all married. And that's the thing that a lot of people that are melanated fail to understand. They don't understand. They don't. And because it's been snatched from you, because your mores and your byways and your folkways have totally been removed from who you really are. So let's get back to what the general basis is. Women who seek men with a lot of money do not want a man with a mentality. They just want a wallet. That's modern day society. Now, a lot of people will not admit that, but it is the truth. Don't believe me? Turn on VH1. The most toxic network ran by You know what I'm saying? That's basically projecting this type of toxic mentality into the minds of millions of people that are of melanated descent. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but it's the truth, you know? And pardon me if my nose is running. I ate some jalapeno salsa dip. That shit was hot. I ain't gonna lie. Pardon me. But yeah, that's the truth. And once you actually make a particular culture of people compromise their morals and compromise their particular mores and folkways, that is an insult to the ancestors. And that's the reason why a lot of individuals that are melanated don't have any protection. They don't. Because your ancestors are only going to revere you if you do the work that they set out to do to keep your ass here in the first place. So, moral of the story: stop chasing materialism and start chasing morals. Because I'm telling you, in the day of battle, money ain't going to save you. There are some people in this world that do not understand that there have been people who have offered money to save their life, and it still got taken from them. Money ain't going to save you. It's your mentality. It's going to save you. Man makes the money. Money don't make the man. Why you think you clock into work every day? That's in less than 12 minutes. You feel me? Good old Georgia Peach. The modern relationship in a capitalist society consists of entitled mentality, non-deserving at best, toxic, and manipulative. That's true. That's what exists now. People are selling their morals. But there's a survival kit. It's called recognizing what your morals are and how far you'll go to preserve them. And that's where your real wealth is. That's what they've taken from you, and that's what they've hidden from you for a very long time. Mm-hmm. Now you know. In 2020, this is variable. Divorce was at an all-time high in 2020. Like per, I ain't gonna say the word, but you get it. At all-time high. Higher than it's ever been at any other time in this nation. All because of, and a lot of people fail to pay that attention or to see the patternization of it further being something that was being used as a ploy to basically break down, chop up family household. It was. You don't believe it. But if you look at your research, do your homework, you'll see what I'm saying is very true. Fast forward 2 years. Don't take my word for it. Look around you. Look around. And you'll see what I'm saying is very true. You have to have a moral compass and stop letting other people dictate to you who you should be with and who you shouldn't be with. 3 most toxic social media sites ever: Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Telling you. I don't think people believe in agent provocateurs, but I'm telling you, if you do your research on them, they always got some type of Cash App or Venmo or some type of medium where they can get paid to display this type of information. See, on my channel, if you wish to hit my PayPal, that's a choice you make. But I'm not working for anybody to spew any type of agenda. I'm about unity and peace. I'm not about division. So y'all need to stop throwing this up talking about this peace, because it's not. It's about peace, togetherness, oneness. This world is all about division. But sometimes, if not more than most, you can let the enemy in your own household, subconsciously, without even realizing it. First time doing this channel, like and subscribe. You don't like what I have to say? Oh well. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep saying what I need to say. It's my mouth. My mouth, it's my spirit, and it's the power that my Creator endowed me with to keep on rolling. Period. Stop being divided by modern day post-colonialism and its effects on how you relate to other people. Because the number one truest power that will overcome evil, the truest and purest power that will overcome evil, is love. Y'all take care. Peace, light, love. Stay tuned.